Match number 19 in the IPL, it is between CSK and RCB. You could say it's a top-of-the-table clash because two teams in outstanding form. RCB, in fact, haven't lost a single game. Chennai started on the wrong foot, losing their first game, but after that have won all the games that they've played. So plenty of star players to choose from. You're watching CoinDC Expo presents ESPN Cricinfo Fantasy Pick. Joining me on the program, Dale Steyn and our in-house fantasy expert in Arjun Namboothri. But before I get to them, a quick look at ESPN Cricinfo's Safe Bet 11. And no surprises there. We've gone with Virat Kohli, and he's also our captain. He scored 669 runs. That includes 29 sixes, believe it or not, in 14 games at an average of 95 and a strike rate of 158 at the Wankhede Stadium. So clearly, he loves playing here. His scores against Chennai last season were also incredible, 90 not out, and he also got another half century. Ruturaj Gaikwad is finally stuck form. Faf du Plessis, similar for him, got a lot of runs in the last game. Devdutt Padikkal also getting a century, so he's fresh off that particular knock. Then you've got AB de Villiers. How could you leave him out? He scored 383 runs in 10 innings at a strike rate of 176 at the Wankhede. So he, like Virat Kohli, also loves playing here. AMBATI RAYUDU, we've gone with him because he scored 25 plus runs in each of his last 8 games against RCB. So it's a matchup of sorts. Glenn Maxwell is our vice captain. And in terms of bowlers, we've got Harshal Patel, Deepak Chahar, Mohammad Siraj, and Ngidi has picked up 5 wickets at an economy of 6 at the Wankhede Stadium. Okay, Dale, let me begin with you. Virat is captain, but with the way we've seen Deepak Chahar go, wrecking havoc with the top order, would you be better off going with a middle order batsman like ABD as your skipper?
Yeah, I mean, you could. You know that Virat's always going to bat. He's going to do really well opening the batting. Phenomenal leader, as we know. And RCB are actually, they're in some serious form right now, and they haven't lost a game. So you can bet your bottom dollar that Virat's going to continue that kind of form. So having him as captain is probably a safe bet, regardless.
Would you encourage our viewers to look at Moeen Ali as well? He's not in our safe bet. I say that because one, he's in good form with the bat. The other thing is you've got a few left-handers. You've got Padikkal, Shahbaz Ahmed. So we've seen him bowl in the power play, also get you wickets. Could give you points from both ends there.
Yeah, both. I was surprised to see that both Moeen and like someone like Sam Curran is also not in there either. You know, you never know how CSK could use him. He could score some runs, like he has been scoring. He hasn't been great with the ball, but he could also come in with the ball. But Moeen's done really well. I think Dhoni's used Moeen very well at number 3, and he always sneaks in with a couple of wickets with the ball. So yeah, strange not to see somebody like those two also not in that side.
Okay, let's now go across to Arjun. He's got a few high-risk swaps for us. One thing, Arjun, that I noticed that you've got Harshal Patel as your vice captain. I understand that he's had a good season, but now you've moved venues. You're in Mumbai, and it's a graveyard of sorts for bowlers.
Yes, but Harshal Patel is a death bowler, and in Mumbai, you choose a death bowler regardless. And Harshal Patel is the top-scoring fantasy asset for RCB this season. Also because he's played in Chennai, but, you know, if CSK go all out, Harshal Patel can get wickets at the death. So that is my reason why I've gone with him as vice captain, and death bowlers are always a big weapon. Yeah, and as you said, Moeen Ali, strange to not see him. He is CSK's best performing player this season in terms of fantasy points, and much bigger fantasy asset than Virat Kohli this season. So I've removed Virat for him. He's my captain as well. Better strike rate, threat for wickets. So it's a no-brainer for me, Moeen Ali. RCB, against Shivam Dube and Tewatia last game, RCB struggled a bit. Left-handed, both left-handed batsmen. So Moeen Ali is my captain. Yeah, Suresh Raina, I've picked him in, instead of Faf. Everybody is holding in on Faf because of the last game. So Raina has a strike rate of 150 at the Wankhede, scored a 50 in the first game. So yeah, it's a high-risk option. And I'm expecting Gaikwad to fire and Faf not to fire. So by that logic, I am going with Raina.
Okay, it's good that you're miles away from Dale Steyn. You're saying you expect Faf not to fire. Anyway, Dale, just looking at one thing that Arjun mentions, that you would want some good death bowlers at the Wankhede. And that was one problem we saw with Chennai the last game. Sam Curran went for a few runs as well. Do you think they might look at bringing back Bravo, because that is where he really specializes in the death? And if they do decide to bring him, could he be a good option in the fantasy team?
He could be, but I think they might not play him at a place like Wankhede, where it's just so good that you might actually want the extra pace. I'm not to say that Sam Curran's got much more pace than Bravo, but I think having Lungi and Gidi coming in for Bravo was the clean swap. So you'd rather go with more pace on at the Wankhede as soon as it's a bit slow. So the point is, I don't think that we'd see Bravo play. So it's good to see Lungi actually in there.
Yeah, okay. So that just makes it easier for everyone who's playing fantasy team to decide who to pick for. One less headache. Don't have to look at a Bravo. Dale Steyn, Arjun Namboothri, thanks so much for joining us. You are watching Coin DCX Go presents ESPN Cricinfo Fantasy Pick.